Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the While We Walk podcast, where I discuss my thoughts for the day. Today is April 25th. It's a Thursday, 2024. It's 11:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and another beautiful day, albeit being slightly windy and slightly chilly. However, I still am wearing my t-shirt on. I just took off my hoodie after warming up for a few minutes with the hoodie, and so I could walk the rest of the day without the hoodie. I decided today I wanted to do three laps instead of the normal two, only because I have a lot of time this morning, and it's time to amp up the activity here as I'm going towards the last week of April. What I intend on doing is keep it in the middle of 2 laps, but try to extend it to 3 if I can. Because I really want to amp up the progress here as we're heading towards the May here. This is next week is the last week of April, in the middle of the week, and I want to just make sure I start amping everything up. In terms of my weights, right now I'm at 186, so at the beginning of the week, or the height of the weight that I was at 188.2. So I'm currently down 2.2 pounds. I was down 0.3 pounds from yesterday, and yeah, we're seeing steady progress right now. So I'm gonna keep my calories at 2,300. Yeah. So this is the plan of action. It's basically gonna be all in from this point on here. I'm gonna really push it. Like I said, I'm at a weight that I'm gonna be the highest for a very long time, unless I actually gain some muscle mass, in which I'll definitely adjust the weight accordingly. But I really like the way I look at this very moment with this weight. But as I mentioned before, I'm on the goal to get under 10% body fat percentage, and the amount of weight that I lose in terms of the body fat specifically is going to get a lot harder from this point on. So I'm gonna gauge my body fat percentages accordingly, and yeah, we're definitely gonna go from there. I've been listening, as I mentioned, to a lot of health podcasts, and it was mainly pertaining to calisthenics and unconventional training. Like I'm trying to, I'm clearly doing exercises that are not really known to the vast majority of the population. But I know that once I accomplish it, it's going to be, I know I'll be able to maintain it. Hopefully, I don't get any injuries during that process. So I'm basically putting injury prevention in the forefront of everything else. Last thing I want is injury, so I'm not going to really push myself. But basically, the next couple of weeks, I'm basically using these weeks to kind of build a base. I'm going to give it like a month or so, give a strong base in my structure so that nothing will break, essentially. But yeah. So I bought those pork loins yesterday, and yeah, I plan on finishing it all by Saturday. And Saturday is the day I go to Citi Field to watch the Mets play. So I'm really looking forward to that. Right now, it's going to be actually the coldest it's going to be the rest of the week, because it's expected to be as high as 80 degrees on Monday, which is absolutely summer has arrived, 80 degrees, but it's gonna go lower after that. But still, 80 degrees is crazy. And yeah, I actually, normally what I do with the drawstring backpack is I bring like a 16 ounce of water with me, a bottle of 16 ounces of water, but I brought an additional 24 ounces today because I'm going for an additional 1 lap here, just as an insurance policy. So yeah, going forward, I'm gonna bring these 2 bottles, both the 16 ounce and the 24 ounce, during these walks. But yeah, that's the plan of action. But everything is amping up. I think the fact that that I've been increasing my calisthenics to like approximately at least an hour a day is definitely speeding up the fat loss specifically. But I'm actually gaining muscle because I haven't worked like this in over, like I started doing this routine a week ago, and so it remains to be seen how it's gonna look after it's all said and done. So yeah. What else is there? I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of what's going to be happening. I actually got some fruits yesterday for my brother, so I was gonna use a whole tin of a whole box of blueberries, but I noticed that it has way too many blueberries, so I have to cut it in half so I won't eat too many calories. Before I didn't have the fruits, I was adding 2 eggs. Now I'm just adding 1 egg. 1 egg is more than sufficient. I just want to get at least like some cholesterol in for the breakfast. And I just added like half a box of blueberries. If I put a full box, it's too much and too many calories in my opinion. Go for this cut. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how everything progresses from this point on. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm not going to go really crazy with the meals on Saturday. Pretty much, I'd say Sunday through like Monday through Friday, my meals are going to be pretty much the same old thing. It's going to be basically, you know, oatmeal, a cup of oatmeal, 1 scoop of protein, 1 scoop of collagen, a serving of blueberries. Lunch is going to be the Goya black beans with a serving of animal protein. In this case, which case is pork loin chops. And hold on 1 second. I need to grab myself water here. My thing is like choking. I don't know. 1 second here as I grab myself a water bottle here, as my throat is getting a little bit dry. Got my handy little drawstring backpack here. That's carrying these water bottles here. Let me close this up now. Oh snap. Yeah, it's kind of hard doing this all at once here, but okay, there we go. Okay, now this is that side. This is the okay. Yeah, but so yeah, that's the plan of action. 186. Definitely felt like I'm gonna gain muscle throughout this process as well, which is pretty insane. But yeah, like I said, my main priority is by doing this calisthenics is to maintain muscle or even potentially grow it. So it still remains to be seen here. But this morning, damn, my six-pack is showing nicely, but I want it more, you know, I want more fat off my body, definitely, for sure. I could lose another good 10 to 15 pounds here from this point on. Yeah, 170, I think I should, on my guesstimation, I should be at under 10% by then, by 170. I have a pretty good feeling. Now that I'm eating at least 200 grams of protein and I'm doing a lot of calisthenics on a daily basis, and I'm doing a lot of you know, walking for my cardio, I feel it coming. I feel it definitely is going to be coming here. I was thinking about posting on my old YouTube channel that I haven't posted in like 8 years. I might start doing that. Start doing some like training, like training recordings. Essentially, I want to essentially record my training sessions. Yeah, I think I might start doing that. There's this dude named Bill Maeda. he came on a podcast, one of the health podcasts, Fitness FAQs. That dude's like around 50, in his mid 50s, and he looks fantastic, and he does all these calisthenics. He pretty much has the same stats as me. He's like 6 feet. He's like 190. He actually weighs more than me, but he's cut at 190, so he's actually really diesel. Like I won't be as muscular. Like at 186 right now, I'm not as muscular as he is, but that dude is really strong. I'm gonna get down to 170, so I'm gonna be actually more cut than him, but he definitely has more muscle mass than him, which is cool. I know that once I start eating this way with the protein, hopefully I'll be able to gain in a couple of years like 10 pounds of muscle from this point on. Most likely not. It's gonna most likely be like 5 pounds. I'm not gonna probably gain a lot of muscle because I don't know. I mean, it remains to be seen. But yeah, I just really want to get my moves down. That's really what I'm aiming for. I'm really trying to get those moves, because once I get them, I just want to maintain them too. Obviously train properly to maintain those exercises. And yeah, today my routine is going to go back to that same routine where I'm training both the front lever and the planche, the tuck planche. That's what I'm going to do today for sure. Yeah, I want to see if I could do it for more than 1 second, hold that position. And then if I could, that's going to be like awesome, dude. Like I haven't held that position in such a long time, and I feel like I've trained my wrist good enough for me to actually do it now. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, everything else is just keep on pushing. That's it. And I think by Memorial Day, I'm not going to be able to get under 10%. Clearly, I'm now that I'm tracking it. But I think I could get down to like maybe even 12% by the end of May, because I'm doing this weight loss rather conservatively. I'm not going, because I'm already at the weight that I look good in my body, where I'm not too confident yet where I want to take off my shirt and walk, you know, like I could still see. I have to flex, but I want to I'd say by the end of May I should be able to, at that point. Not right now. I feel like I still, because I started like the calisthenics like a week ago, like in terms of the length of the calisthenics sessions, I want to see how it looks by the end of May. It's going to look pretty interesting. Ideally, I should have started this calisthenics a lot more earlier. Ideally, I should have started it sometime in January, but I actually started it 2 weeks ago. So that's a shame, but it is what it is. But now that I have my mindset, I'm curious to see when I'm going to actually get below that 10%. And when I do, yeah, the following year, my plan of action is actually to hopefully continue with this progression. I want to do a couple of deload weeks after like 2 months straight. So at the end of I guess May, that week of May, I'm just gonna do a deload where I'm gonna do half, like just like do a couple of reps, nothing crazy, and just do that for like a week, and then go back into like hourly sessions. And I might do that every 2 months. Yeah, every 2 months sounds about right. Like do a deload. But yeah, so what else is there? I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Gonna just do another lap, another extra lap than I normally do. Go straight home, cook myself some pork loin chops and black beans, and then a few hours after that, I'm actually a couple hours after that, I'm gonna go into my calisthenic workout, and then after that, cook my dinner, and just repeat the process over and over and over. I'm curious, definitely, to see how my weight's gonna be Saturday morning. Yeah, I'm just really curious. Even though I might just drink a bottle of beer and that's it. I'm not gonna really drink any hard liquor. Yeah, I'm just gonna drink a bottle of beer on Saturday and just call it at that. Because I don't want to get hungover the following day. And I'm not gonna eat too much over there. I'm just gonna eat one nice size protein with vegetable meal that they have over there, and just call it a day after that. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it a day after that, because I don't want to. I have to kind of guesstimate the calories, but I'm gonna overestimate it, just because when I eat out, I don't want to undershoot it, especially when I'm gonna cut. So yeah, it's time to enjoy that Saturday, that Mets game. But yeah, I'm really motivated to start posting now on my journey, on most likely, yeah, starting on my old YouTube channel, just starting it off again. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. Might as well do some kind of like updates on my training, and yeah, wanna get a DEXA scan once the calipers read around when it's under 10% the calipers, just to confirm whether or not I did the calipers right the whole time. So, but in the DEXA scan, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like not drink any water, kind of like, I'm gonna drink water obviously after I don't know, we'll see. I might fast that day when I do the DEXA scan. But yeah, oh man. But doing the calisthenics, now I know, is pretty much mandatory now. It's absolutely mandatory, because of the research that I've read. It's like, yeah, it's mandatory that I do it every day. Because remember, as I mentioned, it's more important than actually eating protein, but protein obviously is going to help. I'm no matter what gonna never go below my body weight. I'm always like, I'm actually lately these days I've been eating right at 200, around the 200 range. Sometimes it alternates because the meat that I get, it weighs differently. I weigh everything going forward, like in terms of the meat, so it ranges anywhere from 200 to 210 now. I lowered the amount of protein because I was eating way too much protein, in my opinion. I felt like I was wasting it, so 200 is more than sufficient in my opinion. And if I need to cut something, it's definitely going to be through the it's going to be the oatmeal for sure. The oatmeal is I'm going to take a serving of oatmeal out and just do half a cup instead of the full cup, and then eventually it's going to be pretty much just the protein itself instead of the actual oatmeal. So I think the lowest I'll cut to is like around 2,000 calories. I could get 300 right away, 300 away from the by removing oatmeal altogether. That's where I'm gonna remove the calories, right where the oatmeal is. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna remove it, in the oatmeal. But not now. Right now I'm steadily losing, so there's absolutely zero reason to do that right now. But yeah, that's the plan of action. I'm gonna remove it there, and yeah, and then I'll remove it from the potatoes. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. So I'm gonna remove like one potato at a time. Instead of eating 3, I want to eat 2, and then 1. Just eat 1 potato, without butter. That's gonna be crazy, but that's going to be when I'm way under 2,000, but I'm going to still have over 200 grams of protein. So yeah, we'll get to that point when we get to that point. But I think I don't have to do that because of my walking activity. I'm burning, right, over like 2,000 calories a day with these walks, if you include the meals that I have, because I've been burning with just 20k calories and the 1 hour calisthenics. I end up burning like around 5,000 calories a day, and I'm eating like around 3,500. So I should be losing a lot more weight than I am currently. But my thought process is that my muscle is either being maintained or actually growing right now, my muscle. So that's where I think the fat loss is actually, I'm actually gaining muscle even if I'm in a deficit, believe it or not. Yeah, I heard it's possible, and I think it's happening in my case because, like I mentioned, I've been working out like an hour. That's more than enough time to stimulate my muscle groups, because I work literally my back, my chest. I do a whole body workout 5 days a week, you know. It's pretty much like, it's not the exact same routine as Brian Johnson's longevity routine. I have my own exercises and all my own progressions that I'm working out, but it's pretty much the whole body. What he does is pretty much a full body every day, same thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing on a daily basis. So I think I'm gaining muscle because of that. I mean, at the end of May, we'll see, you know, we'll see what the results are. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode of While We Walk.